Let's talk about the horror version of Spinal Tap. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well out there. And today we're heading to a horror movie set, baby. But before we do that, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Join me here, great, would appreciate that. Today we're going to talk about the film Brutal Massacre, a comedy. Now, I never heard of this film before. I know of the filmmaker who wrote and directed this film, but when me and Dale _ About and Spider podcast were at Carolina Fear Fest last weekend, we saw a panel with David Naughton, and he stars in this film, and he mentioned this movie and how much he enjoyed doing it, and he wishes it would get more people seeing it. It got distribution with Anchor Bay, but it didn't have a large distribution, so it's actually on Tubi. God bless Tubi, you're awesome, Tubi. Never change, Tubi. Never change. So if you want to watch this film, if you're interested, head on over to Tubi. Just search for Brutal Massacre. It's on there. You can watch it. I just watched it today. Now, this movie was written and directed by Steve Mena. He had directed a slasher film called Malevolence back in 2004, which I really like. I own that film. He did this in 2007. Then he has the Malevolence trilogy. The second one was Bereavement. That came out in 2010. And Malevolence 3 came out in 2018. I actually still have to see Malevolence 3. I haven't seen it yet. I think I might pick it up. And I think I'm going to buy this movie on Blu-ray. You can get it on Amazon for about $14. So Steve Mena wrote and directed this film. We got David Naughton as Harry Pederecki. He is a horror director who needs a hit. His last few films have done very poorly at the box office. Brian O'Halloran plays Jason or Jay. He is his art director, and he works very closely with Harry. And they've worked on several films together. And Ellen Sandweiss from Evil Dead plays Natalie. She also helps Harry. She's a producer or like a production manager. Gunnar Hansen's in this film as Crenshaw, this kind of off-the-wall Vietnam vet who they find, who gives them permission to use his house for the production. Ken Foray's in this film as Carl. He is also on the production. He takes care of the lighting. He sets up the lights and all that for him. Mick Garris is in this film as well as himself, right in the beginning of this film at a Fangoria horror convention panel where Harry is there getting grilled by the press for some of his films. Now, this film came out July 13th of 2007. Like I said, Anchor Bay distributed this film, had a budget of $400,000. It's an hour and 34 minutes long. And like I said in my intro, this is kind of like Spinal Tap for horror fans. It's basically almost like this documentary or this interviews being done with Harry, and it's going to follow him throughout the whole production of his film. And like I said, right in the beginning of the film, he's at a Fangoria convention. He's getting grilled folks in the audience about some of his films, and Harry comes off with some crazy ass answers during the film. You can see the other directors, even McGarris, kind of getting uncomfortable by some of his answers. And then he has this new movie he's going to make, Brutal Massacre, and it basically follows him and his film crew around trying to film this movie right through the end through distribution. And everything that could go wrong. Like, look, people leave the production. Things don't work. The special effects don't work the way they planned on because the guy who said he could do it couldn't do it and make something that looks terrible when he's promised he can make it look realistic. All kinds of things could go wrong on this movie set, go wrong. Even to the point where Harry pulls a gun out of the security guard's holster and tries to shoot himself in the head because he's so pissed off about how everything's going. It's all played for comedy, but talking with Michael from Slasher 15 Productions, he told me some of the stuff in that movie has happened to us on set. So I feel when I watch it, it's funny to me, but also it's painful because I've had this stuff happen to us. So it's kind of like a comedic look of just crazy shit that can happen on a film set. And at the end of the movie, they complete the movie through all these trials and tribulations. It ends up being a big hit for Harry. So he's back on top in Hollywood. But it's very hard it's a very arduous process to get to that point. And that's pretty much the movie. What to like about this movie? Well, I think David Naughton is great in this film. He anchors it. He's the star. I mean, everybody's great here, and there's a lot of horror notables in this film. But he really anchors this film, and he's fantastic as Harry. Brian O'Halloran's good as his assistant, like his art director. He's great too. He's funny. And Ellen Sandweiss is great. Gunnar Hansen's great in his role. He's actually pretty goddamn funny, actually. Ken Foray's always great. It's really a fun look. It is funny. I just enjoyed it. I love behind-the-scenes looks at movies being made. even though I know this is, it's played as a comedy. But it's really well done. Steve Mendez does a great job with the directing, giving it that, it's not, I wouldn't say it's not found footage. It's more like, a documentary style of them, this film crew filming them make this movie and all the stuff they have to go through. And they definitely go through the ringer to make this movie. And I think the cast does really well here. Everybody's good here. And I just enjoyed it. I had a smile on my face the whole time. It's a movie that I will rewatch. Probably, I think I said, I think I'm going to buy the Blu-ray off Amazon. It's one I want to own, and I'm definitely going to watch it again, probably sooner rather than later. I hate that I missed this film when it came out in 2007. I wish I would have seen it sooner, but I'm glad David Naughton brought it up at his panel. And it's, like I said, if you want to watch it, it's on Tubi for free. God bless you, Tubi. Check it out. I think it's worth your time if you're a big horror fan. I just enjoyed myself with this film. I enjoyed the cast. I just liked it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to reading about it. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to give Brutal Massacre a comedy an 8 out of 10. I liked it that much. 8 out of 10 for Brutal Massacre, a comedy. Have you ever seen or heard about this film? Leave a comment down below, let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I would appreciate that. I'll be back soon with some more reviews, but until next time, bye.